Welcome to the Pepper Crop Report for 2026 at International Spice Conference. The crop report provides a global snapshot of the pepper supply, covering climate conditions, production trends across major origins, farmer sentiment in the coming months, and finally, the key takeaways. Black pepper, Piper nigrum, is a highly climate-sensitive tropical crop. It thrives in warm temperatures, high humidity, and well-distributed rainfall. The ideal temperature range is between 23 and 32 degrees Celsius, with humidity around 75 to 80% and annual rainfall between 1,250 and 2,800 millimeters. When weather patterns shift, whether drought, excessive rain, flooding, or temperature spikes, yields are directly affected. Disease pressure increases, berry formation suffers, and quality becomes inconsistent. And as we will see, weather volatility continues to play a major role in 2026. Global pepper production. Vietnam, Brazil, Indonesia, and India together account for more than 70% of global production and roughly 95% of global trade. Over the past decade, global pepper production has gradually declined. In 2025, output was estimated at approximately 540,000 metric tons. For 2026, we expect production to soften further to around 530,000 metric tons. India has experienced the sharpest production decline in recent years. Brazil, on the other hand, has shown steady structural growth. Vietnam's crop has been trending lower, largely due to limited replanting after the low price cycle between 2016 and 2020. Overall, we are seeing tightening supply rather than expansion. Vietnam. In Vietnam, 2026 continues to be a challenging year. The season began with early drought conditions, followed by heavy rains and localized flooding. This combination has increased disease pressure and negatively impacted yields. At the same time, a significant portion of Vietnam's plantation consists of aging vines, which are naturally less productive and more vulnerable to weather stress. As a result, productivity remains under pressure. However, the situation is not entirely bad. We are observing early signs of replanting and some new plantations, though not yet at a scale large enough to significantly boost output. Importantly, at current price levels, farmers are financially stronger. They are reinvesting in better inputs, improved farming practices, and disease management. These efforts will support long-term sustainability, but the impact will not be immediate. Vietnam remains the world's largest grower and exporter of black pepper. Despite a declining crop, exports have remained close to 250,000 metric tons annually. This has been supported by increasing imports from Brazil and Indonesia. Production in 2025 was estimated at around 195,000 metric tons. In 2026, we expect a decline of roughly 8%, bringing output to approximately 180 to 185,000 metric tons. The crop for 2026 has also been delayed due to heavy rains in later part of 2025. So, while Vietnam remains dominant in trade, domestic production continues to tighten. Brazil. Brazil presents a different picture. It benefits from multiple harvest seasons and continues to show structural expansion. In Espírito Santo, harvest began in November 2025 and runs through February 2026, supported by favorable weather and expanded plantation areas. In Para, although the planted area had been reducing, replanting activity is now visible. Harvest is expected in July and August. Overall, Brazil's production is expected to increase from around 80,000 metric tons in 2025 to approximately 90,000 metric tons in 2026. Brazil continues to strengthen its global position. Several factors support Brazil's growth. Favorable weather conditions have resulted in good berry formation. New plantations continue to come into production. There is increasing investment in sustainability and farm management. And importantly, Brazil is investing heavily in post-harvest processing, including indirect heat machine drying and steam sterilization. This improves both quality consistency and export competitiveness. India continues to face structural challenges. Aging vines, minimal replanting, and labor shortages are limiting production growth. Weather has also been unfavorable, with higher temperatures and erratic rainfall patterns. The industry reports significant crop damage and expects a reduction of 10 to 15%. India's declining output has already increased its dependence on imports. Sri Lanka, known for its high oil content pepper, expects a better crop in 2026. The season runs from April through June or early July. Light berries are expected from late April, with heavier berries arriving in May and June. Despite localized damage from cyclonic storm Ditwa, overall production is projected to return to near normal levels. Healthy vine growth and good spike formation are encouraging signs. Indonesia is known for higher piperine content and its distinctive white pepper flavor. Production in 2025 declined to about 53,000 metric tons, down roughly 10% year-on-year. For 2026, output is projected to recover by around 10%, reaching approximately 58,000 metric tons. However, carryover stocks remain extremely tight, estimated at around 13,000 tons, the lowest level in many years. This limited buffer makes Indonesia particularly sensitive to any further disruptions. Malaysia. Pepper cultivation provides a livelihood for around 39,000 small farmers across Malaysia. Rising prices in 2023 and 2024 have renewed farmers' interest in expanding planting and improving farm care. As a result, the 2025 crop increased and a similar trend is expected in 2026. 98% of Malaysian pepper is produced in Sarawak. Nearly 80% of Malaysia's pepper exports are in the form of whole black pepper, with the balance comprising white pepper, green pepper, value-added pepper, and related pepper products. Major destinations include Japan, China, and South Korea. Cambodia. Pepper plantations in Cambodia have expanded across many provinces, including Tembong Khmum, Ratnakiri, Mondulkiri, Battambang, and Kratie, which are the largest production provinces. Cambodia's area under plantation saturated close to 6,000 hectares as prices went down. With rise in prices, area under plantation is expected to rise again, and with favorable weather conditions, the output in 2026 is expected to be slightly higher, close to 24,000 metric tons. China, a major net importer of pepper. Demand is rather cyclical due to a speculative nature of wholesale traders. After a sharp drop in 2023-2024 due to huge inventory, there was renewed interest in 2025. They have diversified from their traditional source, Vietnam, to other origins such as Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia. Hainan province accounts for the majority of China's white pepper production. A total of 23,000 hectares were planted, of which 18,500 hectares are under production. Production is estimated to be 25,000 metric tons. Global snapshot and balance. When we look at the global snapshot for 2026, the picture becomes clearer. On the positive side, we expect higher production from Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Brazil, and Cambodia. However, this increase is more than offset by lower production from the two largest and structurally important origins, Vietnam and India. As a result, when we combine all origins, global production is projected to decline by approximately 2 to 3% year-on-year. Carryover stocks are expected to decline by approximately 9%. So, While some regions are expanding, the overall global balance remains tight and supply growth is still lagging behind demand. To conclude, global production for 2026 is expected to decrease compared to 2025. Overall carryover stocks are expected to reduce further, despite good crop in smaller origins, as large origins, namely Vietnam and India, expect a lower crop. Incidence of pesticides is expected to rise further. Compliant pepper will remain scarce. Farmers in all origins have been making good money and therefore have good holding capacity, so they will push back on price falls. Getting forward offers are going to get tougher as exporters and traders come under working capital pressure. Uncertain weather continues to act as deterrent. Competing crops such as coffee and high land costs continue to deter expansion of pepper acreage.